Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Mosai, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah, not Hashem, not Yahweh, Haveh, Vaveh. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha, not Jesus Christos. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rikah Quarash. Double honors to the apostles, elder, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth and pushing this truth through the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the Atwath who are listening learning. You few sisters who are listening learning. I'm Isaiah from Jib Messalano Camp, Prophet of Doom. Coming this another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord willing. This be edifying. Now this is a lesson that the elder did. GMS Inquire Early 2. And man, I just want to add my I just want to add my 2 cents in on this, man. Hey, cause this is madness. But this is what the Lord say in Micah 7:10. She that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Hey, man, this is completely it's off, man. But this is funny. Cause these women think this is a game, man. Anyway, Lord willing, this be edifying. Let me turn this volume down. Eve think they finna get out here and get it, man. And they tell you and King David said it in Psalms 44 that ain't no weapon gonna save you, man. Ain't no weapon gonna save you. And I just got a few precepts I want to read with this. Ain't no weapons gonna save you, man. Psalms 44 tell you that. A bow nor a sword gonna save you, man. So you getting arms is not gonna save you in Jacob's trouble. It tell you in Isaiah 32, verse 2, that a man shall be as an hiding place and a covering.
Shalom to the daughters of Yasharal. My name is Sister Captain Mahalia of the Daughters of Zion Sisterhood of the Lion of Judah Armed Forces, and I just wanted to come before you today to share a quick message with you all. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah for waking us up to the truth in such a time, in such a season as this. I wanted to let you know, let it be encouragement, that just as they mocked, they scoffed, they slandered Hamashiach, they will do the same to you as a modern day Talmidim, a modern day disciple of the Most High. Okay? So be of good spirit and of good faith, and knowing that you are walking the set apart path. Many of our people are awakening to the truth. There is a large awakening, a great awakening happening amongst Yasharal, but there's also a great falling away. You shall know the true sheep of Yasharal, the true sheep of Hamashiach, by the fruit that they produce. With that being said, I also wanted to shed light on certain things. You know, now that we've been giving new sight and new ears to hear, we see things differently than the world. So certain scriptures begin to make more sense to us when we read them, such as in the scriptures where it talks about in the last days how people will remember the name and call upon the name again. That's exactly what's happening now. We have people remembering who they are and returning to the ancient path of things, returning to the set apart path. So in the scriptures, when you read and it says, in that day, no longer will they call me Baalim, but will call me Ayashe. Well, it says Ishi, but in the ancient language, it would have been Ayashe, which means my husband. And this has great significance and meaning, because those who have woken up to the truth are aware that certain titles and certain names have different meanings. So where we have been conditioned to say certain names and titles, many unknowingly call upon false deities in doing so. But because the Father has blessed us and opened our eyes and given us new ears and new sight to see, we see differently than the majority. So we are now set apart in spirit, set apart in wisdom. And he said he would pour out his ruach, his wisdom, upon all flesh, that they may hear the word, receive the word, and spread the word to all who have ears to hear. Hallelujah. So also, we're called to be a beacon and be a light unto the other nations. That means that we're supposed to set the example and set the standard, just as Hamashiach did. And in doing so, many will begin to hate you. They will criticize you. They will talk bad about you. And I can guarantee you it will be your own people. Your own people, just as his own people, Hamashiach's own people, tried to destroy his character and called him a false Messiah and things of that nature. And little did they know they were standing in the presence of greatness, and they refused him. So be of good faith, be encouraged, beloved, and endure unto the very end. I think it's wonderful that we can witness prophecy unfolding before our very eyes. It's crazy. I was just watching on TikTok earlier, and it was saying, that guy was in the interview, and he was like, I support Israel because the Bible says those who bless Israel will be blessed, and those who curse Israel will be cursed. But the world is still under strong delusion because they don't know what that means. They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't overstand who true Israel is, who the true descendants of Jacob are. Those who have been persecuted and afflicted for over 400 years. Those who have been sold into slavery, those who are hated amongst the nations, those who their title continues to change, a byword throughout all generations. So when it says in the scriptures, but did we not prophesy in your name and cast out devils in your name? And the Father will say unto them, verily, verily I say unto you, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who work in iniquity. That goes over people's heads because it's talking about those who are calling upon false deities unknowingly. Those who are still under strong delusion of the Roman Catholic Church's influence, as well as the influence of those who the world has been given over into the hands of the wicked, still under the influence of those who work in iniquity and lawlessness. But those who have been blessed to be awakened to the truth of the Almighty Aluah, Yahuwah, the Almighty Creator, they see things differently. They see things from a different perspective. And so often when you come into this truth, you begin to see phases, right? So we're learning, and the Father, his Ruach is putting you together and in the company of others who share like-mindedness and spirit. That's how the Ruach works. So in this little time that I've been in the truth, I've gained such a big covenant family, and it's only through the grace of the Most High. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am. It's beyond words. But so when the scriptures also say, who was my brother and who was my sister? Those who do the will of Yah. That is my brother and that is my sister. I always tell people this. Although many will tell you blood is thicker than water, the true saying in our household is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the waters of the womb. And so, although being set apart in this walk, I had to leave my worldly family behind, I've gained a greater family. One that judges with righteous judgment. One that doesn't ask for love under conditions. And who are all walking in the pursuit of righteousness. What more can you ask for?
Hey, when the Lord say, gird up thy loins like a man, it's not talking to you women, man. Girding up your loins like a man does not apply to you women, man. This is completely off, man. Girding up your loins does not apply to you women. Hey, the scriptures, the Lord say in Isaiah 13:12, that he gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. He gonna make a man's gonna be a covering. Let's go to Jeremiah. Oh man, the Lord, man. Hey, this is the Heavenly Father Yahweh with a sense of humor, man. This is Jeremiah, chapter 9 and 17. It reads, "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for cunning women, that they may come." This woman is not mourning. She's not cunning neither, meaning to be wise. "And let them make haste and take up a welling for us, that our eyes may run down with tears and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because our dwellings have cast us out. Yet hear the word of Yahweh, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and every one her neighbor lamentation. For death is come up into our windows, and is entered into our palaces, to cut off the children from without, and the young men from the streets." And the elder was reading Ezekiel 9. when the Lord say He gonna slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, right? Which when you read that, the apostles going into years ago, when you read Ezekiel 9, the Lord mentioned women twice in that chapter. And then and what Yahweh told the women in Luke 23, man, when Jerusalem was about to go down by the Romans, the Lord, as He was toting the cross, He stopped because the women was following Him. He told them, don't weep for me, weep for yourselves and for your children, right? So this girl, man, these young ladies, whatever they want to be, young women, older women, hey, this is out of order, man. Luke, let me get this here. Luke 23 and 26, it reads, and as they led him away, they laid hold upon one Simon, a Cyrenian, coming out of the country. And on him they laid the cross, that he may bury it after Yahushua. And there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. What did the Lord just say in Jeremiah 9? Teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation. I'm going to go back to it. And there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Yahushua turned unto them, said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in the which they shall say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck. Right? Let's go back to this Jeremiah. These women out here ain't mourning, man. They ain't lamenting for what's about to come. Jeremiah 9, in verse 17, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for the cunning women, that they may come, and let them make haste, and take up a wailing for us, which is these women, the mourning women and cunning women. These is the ones that's following Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And she ain't calling the names of the Lord, man. These mourning and cunning women here is those that seek the Lord in truth and sincerity, man. And let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears and our eyelids gush out with waters. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion, how we spoil, how we greatly confounded. How was the women spoiled? Because the men went off. It tell you in Mark, let me go read this real quick. I'm going to come back to this. You women just don't get it, man. Mark chapter 3, in verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. What it said, let's go back to it. You women don't get it, man, but you will. You will. Again, Jeremiah 9 and 17. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider ye and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for the cunning women, that they may come. These are talking about women of the hopeful elect, man. That's in order. And let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyelids may run down with tears. So like that our eyes may run down with tears and our eyelids gush out with waters. Verse 19. For a voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we spoiled? The only way you women can get spoiled is they got to bind the man of the house. You should, hey, man, you women don't get it. We are greatly confounded because we have forsaken the land. We have forsaken the land because our dwellings have cast us out. Yet, hear the word of Yahweh, O ye women, and let your ear receive the word of his mouth, and teach your daughters wailing, and everyone her neighbor lamentation. Yahweh said they bewailed and lamented for him. And he said, don't weep for me. Weep for yourselves and your children. For death has come up into our windows and is entered into our palaces to cut off the children from without and the young men from the streets. How are you going to get covered? Let's go to this because I quoted it. Psalms 44, verse 6. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. See? Your sword ain't going to save you, man. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou, it say, has saved us from our enemies, and has put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. But she ain't calling on the right name neither, man. And then I thought about this one. This is Zechariah 4 and 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahweh unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Yahweh of hosts. The Lord ain't raised up no women, as I quoted Isaiah. Hey, boy. Man, the Lord gonna ruffle you feathers real soon. This is Isaiah 46 and 8. It reads, remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O you transgressors. Hey, let me see. 1 Kings. I thought about this just a few minutes ago. Yep, this was King David told Solomon. This is 1 Kings 2 and 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of Yahweh thy God, to walk in all his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. Show thyself a man. Job 32 verses what is that? I forget where it said right off. Is it 32? Hold on here. The Lord say, gird up. Let me go to Google. I thought it was in 32. Let's see. $38. Okay. Been a minute since I read this. Job 38 and 3. It reads, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. See? Men. Oh, the Proverbs 8, right? Proverbs 8. And you women think the Lord really dealing with you, man. You got this from men. Proverbs 8 and 4. The Lord set up men to get his truth. It tell you in Psalm 14 that no man could learn that song but the 144,000. So she heard this from men. And ain't no way no man told you to gird up your butt. Oh, who knows? There was a man in the picture. It was a man in that picture. Who knows? But they got it from men, though. That's a guarantee. Proverbs 8 and 4. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. Right? Down here, in verse 34 reads, blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. The men. As I went into the other week in Jeremiah. The reason you women is on the bottom It's because the men went off. So all of us is on the bottom. This is Jeremiah 1. What's that? Jeremiah 1. And the Lord told Jeremiah to go speak to these men. It's Jeremiah 1. And where is it? 18, right? Showing you the Lord deal with the men. Oh, here go another one. Right here. I forget about this one. Jeremiah 1 and 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. For behold, I have made thee this day a defense city and an iron pillar. The armor of the Lord is on the men of Israel, the remnant of men. And brazen walls against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests. It ain't mention no women. It say kings, princes, and priests thereof, and against the people of the land. See, men. Ezekiel 34 and 31. I want to go and get that Jeremiah. I want to see how it's worded in the translation. Let me go to this. At Jeremiah 9. Let's see here. This word here. Let's go to this translation. Jeremiah 9 and 17 NLT. This is what Yahweh of heaven's army says. Consider all this and call for the mourners. Send for the women who mourn at funerals. See, you're supposed to be mourning for the right things, man. They mourning for the wrong damn things, man. Right here. Let's read the ESV. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider and call for the mourning women to come. Send for the skillful women to come. The NASB 20. This is what Yahweh of army says. Consider and call for the mourning women that they may come, and send for the skillful women that they may come. See? NIV. Consider now, call for the wailing women to come, send for the most skillful of them. The NET. Take note of what I say. Call for the women who mourn for the dead. Summon those who are the most skilled at it. At what? At mourning, man. These women ain't mourning, man. They ain't mourning. These women is not mourning. So, because of that, this is Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where is Yahweh thy God? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. And you're going to see, the Lord's judgments is public, man. Oh, let me get this. In Hosea 4 and 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. What they doing right now is going to become their shame in that day, man. That's going to be a shame to them women, man. And anybody that's following behind her, hey, they're going to be destroyed for that, man. Because it's a lot of blood on that girl hands, man. There's going to be a lot of blood on them women hands that's following her. That's following this long group of slow bellies. There's a lot of death on them, man. There's a lot of death on her hands because of that. And she going to find out soon. Real soon, man. I was finna get let me go back to this. Well, I'm thinking about this precept. Bugged out, man. Trying to think. It was the Micah, the Hosea, the Psalms, Jeremiah. Man. Hey, the Lord said it's tabernacle with men. But hey, this girl ain't mourning. is the point I really want to make. She ain't mourning, man. And in some kind of way, they think that arms is going to get them through what's about to come, man. Man, there was another precept I wanted to get. When you go to 2 Timothy, right? It's a lock you for that. When you go to 2 Timothy 3, because some man had to teach her this madness. And it's all the Lord at the end of the day. It's all the Lord, man. The Lord, hey, it's either on the right side or the left-hand side. And it's all Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. 2 Timothy 3. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And our spiritual fathers are the apostles of GMS. The elder bishops and elders are our uncles, man. So Jacob's been disobedient to their parents. Hey, the wisdom, hey, Sophia is our mother, man. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers. Oh, Isaiah 32 that I was going to get. Despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of self. This started off, it said for men, right? It started with the men first. And then it trickled down to the women. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. It's talking about men. And because of these men, verse 6, for of this sort, a sort of what? These men, these traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of God, right? Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, right? Blasphemers. Men. For of this sort of men are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sin, led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. These men got these women bugging out, man. I want to get this. Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. A man. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadows of a great rock in a weary land. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. Talking to the hopeful elect women. They're going to hearken, man. This girl is going to lose her life, and she's going to call many to fall with her, man. It's going to be a lot of blood on that girl's hands, man. Oh, Isaiah 13 and 12. The Lord ain't said nothing about making no woman no precious fine gold, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. Hey, this girl is bugged out, man. Hey, at least she repent. Her days is numbered, man. Jacob trouble. Oh, I want to get that. That's what it is. Kala Yaba Shema Bashah. In Amos 5, starting at verse 16, it reads, Therefore Yahweh, the God of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, Alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith Yahweh. Just like he did in Egypt, man. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even dark and no brightness in it? Hey, and if they trying to lead this by themselves, or some man is with them, they're gonna be destroyed. But in Jeremiah 44, you had these women to do their thing, man, without the men. In Jeremiah 44, let me find it here. It's Jeremiah 44. I got a couple of these I want to get here. These women here that was worshiping the Queen of Heaven, right? Semiramis. So in Jeremiah 44, verse 7 reads, Therefore now, thus saith Yahweh, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling, out of Judah, to leave you none to remain. Right? This verse 9. Have you forgotten the wickedness of the fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they have committed in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? This is these women, man. Back today, and the men. But I want to get this here. It's a verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth. And them women is doing their own thing, man, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by famine. And when we burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her, and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men. See? And these women is doing this without the men, man. Hey, but the Lord, hey, the Lord gonna get all you jakes, man. Man. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, verse 25, saying, yeah, ye and your wives have both spoken with your mouths, and fulfilled with your hands, saying, we will surely perform our vows that we have vowed, to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. Yeah, we will surely accomplish your vows, and surely perform your vows. Hey, the Lord gonna get you, man. It's right here. Yet a small number that escaped the sword shall return out of the land of Egypt into a land of Judah, and all the remnant of Judah. They are gone into the land of Egypt to soldier there. Shall not, it say, shall know whose word shall stand, mine or theirs. And you're gonna find out in that day that you, what's that, Isaiah 45 and 9. Man, they striving with their maker, man. Isaiah 45 and 9. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. And that's what they doing, man. Anybody that coming against this truth, you striving against Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let the potsherds strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou, or thy work? He have no hands. Man, hey, you gonna have to pay for this, man. Anyway, I just want to make some points on that. Hey, this right here is gonna get women and men put to death, man. Oh, gotta get this. Let's close with this. Jeremiah 9. Back in Jeremiah 9, and verse 23, it reads, Thus saith Yahweh, let the wise man glory in his wisdom. Let the mighty man glory in his might. He don't mention no women. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. He mentioned the wise, the strong, and the rich man. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which execute loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For these things I delight, saith Yahweh. So, we know, as it said in Ezekiel 9, verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. Why? She that is my enemy shall see it. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. They begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So slay the women and maids, but don't come near the men that got the mark. The only way you're going to get salvation out of here, you women, is by a man of the Lord. Oh, let me close with this. Revelation. How you think she heard this truth? From a man. Revelations 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, which were not one woman of the 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song. And it's not a new song. Apostle Rumley, I was going to that earlier today. I've been making this point a while, but Apostle Ben did it. I always make the point. It's not a new song. We just forgot the lyrics. We forgot the words. It's a song of Moses in Deuteronomy 31, which is for salvation for the remnant of Israel and destruction for everybody else. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. The only way you can get salvation is through these men. This is the only way you get salvation. As a woman, as a child, as men, it's through these men. You heard this song. All of us heard this song from men. We ain't heard shit from no woman. All of us heard this song. We heard these tunes, I meant to say. We heard these tunes from that same old song from men. Hey, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Dub honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, believing this truth and pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the outward for this and learning. If you so listening throughout tuning in, may Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah continue blessing you.